welcome back to the channel. So today's the 9th, but this is the 8th review. I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to do it last night. I'm actually at work right now, and yeah, I'll put this video together real quick. Just going over yesterday's price action. Did not take a trade. I'll get into why, and that's pretty much it. If you're new to the channel, thank you for clicking. If you're not, thank you for sticking around. Simple, guys. The strategy is super simple. We're gonna grab a price from 8 a.m. to, we're gonna grab a price from 12 a.m. midnight time, right? New York Eastern, Eastern Central. Wow, horrible today. All nervous because I'm at work. Eastern time, right? Um, Eastern Standard Time. There you go. So it's from 12 a.m. to 8:30. Whatever happens to price in that range, you're just going to mark out the high and low. We're going to wait for either that high or low to be taken out, and then for there to be a shift in the market, right? So in essence, this is what you're looking for. Let's see. We're going to go like this. And I'm sorry if this lags a little bit. My work computer is not that fast. So price is going to do something like that. You're going to mark out the high. You're going to mark out the low, right? And then you're going to wait for the market to shift. So let's say we took out the high. You're waiting for a market structure shift somewhere around there, and then our entry is at the 61.8 as long as everything lines up, and hopefully with a fair value gap, right? Wrong one. So it should look something like this. Pending order, stops above, and then you're targeting 2 times risk. Super simple. This is all on the 5-minute time frame. It does work on the 1 minute. However, you'll get more entries and more losses, right? But you also get more wins because you're having more entries. The win rate, I would have to back test it again. Last year when I started this whole channel, right, I was trading the 1 minute chart, but then I had a lot more, I had less entries on the 5 minute with a higher win rate, right? Overall, I made more money. However, I had less entries with a higher win rate. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello? I'm sorry, I was trying to do my video real quick. Sure. Love you. Sorry, guys, that was my wife. She was calling me. She loves me. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I wish I knew how to pause this thing. Let's see. Hola, Caro, ¿cómo estás? Caro, ¿tú puedes quedarte ahí hasta las 10:15? Ah, ok, perfecto. Gracias. Eh, Te dejo saber. Creo que como a las 7. Oh, ok. Dale. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, so yeah, so that's the strategy. Super simple. As far as the 1 minute strategy goes, last year it was still profitable, lower win rate, but since you had more entries, you end up making more dollars. But I didn't want that. I wanted something that was one entry a day. If it happens, if it happens. And last year was great. Like, I had plenty of entries. This year has been really slow. So I am thinking about peaking at the 1 minute again. But with the 1 minute, I would give myself 2 trades a day. So I would have to lower my my risk, right, to half of what I usually trade, just one trade a day, if that makes any sense. Anyways, so playing price forward, right? We took out this low, perfect, right? So at this point, I wanted a market structure shift. However, if we're sticking to the rules, right, this would be the the higher low that took out the liquidity, right? That took out this range. So you would need price to push all the way up here, come back down, and then go towards your direction. Playing price fall, unless a new higher low was created, right? Which we don't get, right? We never get. Like, I was looking for this area for the liquidity to be grabbed and then pushed up, and then hopefully with a pullback, but we never got that. So playing price forward, um, we now took out the high. So at this point, I'm looking for a sell. It's just how my strategy is. Like, I've noticed that if I stick to the same, let's say, bullish scenario, more times I'm wrong than I'm right, just from my back test. Sometimes it does work in my favor, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm trying to stick to the rules 100%, because overall it's all about probabilities, and I know that over time I am more profitable, right? So playing price forward, we get the break of structure, right? I'm trying to remember what happened this day. Oh, I remember. I remember why I didn't trade. My brain's all foggy. So at this point in time, obviously we broke this low, we broke this low. So I kept pulling my fib out, right? At first it was here, left a pending order, then it was here, left another pending order, then I pulled it all the way down to here. I kept pulling it down, right? I would stop pulling it down, obviously, if we take out this low. But playing price forward, you're going to notice that we start to get a pullback. We get into the 50% range, right? And this was at 2:30. Now, I was here until 3 o'clock, but I had to go. The bad thing about trading with futures is that you have to close out your position by close of market, right? So I can't let it run overnight. It can't pass that time frame from like 4:30 to 6. They'll close it out for you. So there's no point in me getting into the trade if, one, I wasn't around, right? I could have left a pending order, but I didn't want to go through that. And a lot of times that 3 o'clock push or that 4 o'clock push might have stopped me out. I just, walked away from not leaving it pending. The other issue is, let's say it never activated, right? And price pushed down from here. Let's say it just like fucking plummeted, and then during Asia or London, it'll come back up. And since I'm not at the computer physically to close out my pending orders, then the trade would have activated, right? I guess I could have logged on to TradeAvade and closed it out that way. Never thought about it, but anyways, playing price forward, you're gonna notice that we got a slight pullback at the 50%, and we actually get, let's see, let's put this to the tick right there and there. So we almost get tagged into the trade, almost. Sometimes I would set my limit order a little lower since there's this fair value gap. Like, I would put it here. I would probably spread my risk here and up here, but I didn't do that, right? I didn't take the trade, and I just want to be fully transparent with you guys. However, if I did, or if you guys wanted to go in on the 50%, and it's all about how you manage your risk at this point. Playing price forward, you're gonna notice, oh shit, look at that, we get that. Okay, so we got tagged in at the 0.59, not at the 61.8. So still, if I stuck to the rules 100%, I wouldn't have gotten tagged in. If I would have, I've started putting the 0.59 because on CFDs, I wasn't getting filled, right? So that's why I started taking my entries at the 0.59. If I would have done that, let's just figure out short term, short. It's 8:53. I'm gonna start getting on the charts soon, guys. See what's going on. Obviously, I'm targeting 2 times risk, which would be here. Playing price forward. You'll notice that price came down, and then this is the change of day. So I would have been in profit, right? I could have closed out. I would have, let's say you waited for like the last second, almost a 1-to-1. So I would have been up $1,000 on the account. And that's it. That's pretty much how it goes. Now, if you are trading CFDs, you could hold this over, right? You'll incur a swap fee or whatever, but you could hold this over. So playing price forward, which last year I did a few times. Sometimes it didn't work in my favor. Most of the times it didn't, but overall, let me just change this to 15-minute. Let's see how low we go. If we go low, we might not even go low. Let's see. Bam, full TP. So, unfortunately with futures, you can't hold this. You could have moved your stops at break even, and on a CFD, just let it ride and see if you hit the 2%. But with futures, you can, and especially with Apex. Like Apex, you don't want to screw around because of the drawdown rule. And that was pretty much it. So that was yesterday's trade setup that unfortunately I wasn't able to take, or I decided not to take. And yeah, I was confident just because we had all this space to pull price back in, right? So like if you measure out this leg with your fib, right? Like at least we would come down and hit the 61.8 is what I believe before price would start to reverse. All right. Anyways, yeah, and that's pretty much it. Now today it's currently 8:55. There was news today. Might as well go over it, right? So overall for today, well, it depends on 9:30. Here, what I would want to see, to be completely honest, in a perfect world, I would want to see price continue to move up, right? Maybe take out the previous daily high, right? And then cause a market structure shift, right? That's what I would want to see. Let me see the 4-hour. Before shifting, even though we're bearish. No, maybe it doesn't have to do that. Let's see. That's a pretty fucking bullish candle. Honestly, it all depends on what 9:30 brings us, right? Typically, that's overall. That's really depends on 9:30. Because unfortunately, here you had your market structure shift, your pullback, and your push up, right? So if we continue to be bullish, you're looking for price to react off of, let's see, if it continues to be bullish, maybe price reacts off of somewhere around here, right? Let's say price drops down and continues up. Honestly, it's right now. Right now, it's a little tough. But that's not the strategy. Like if we continue to be bullish. So if we did continue to be bullish, and let's say we did get a retracement at 9:30 somewhere in this area where there's consolidation, like a break, like you have your break and then your retest and push up, then I would look for the previous daily high to be taken out and for there to be a market structure shift up there, right? Or if 9:30 just completely tanks the price, right, and we take out these lows, then your normal scenario of, I'll look at the previous daily lows here too. Well, your normal scenario of price pushing up, right? So it all depends. I'm going to continue to stick to the rules, and that's pretty much it. I was also, since I'm not getting that many entries, and it gets a little frustrating. So because I got to sit on my hands, which is good and bad in a way for me, I guess. I was thinking about taking a look at like ERL to IRL, and then trading off the fair value gaps, maybe like a higher time frame for value gap, 15-minute, 30-minute. Wait for price to get in there, look for the market structure shift, and then take entry, right? Just so I could trade more, I guess. I don't know. It's just a thought. Honestly, um, thank you guys for listening. Sorry for for running off and blabbing away, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll do a review of today after everything happens. Um, so at the point we're at, just keep in mind we already created now a new lower low. Price just has to come back up and push down, and then push up, and then push down. If this push here comes out and takes this, I will be looking for a buy. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Um, and I'll be back on later today. Hopefully with a winning trade, maybe a losing one, who knows? And that's pretty much it. Have a good one, guys.